Welcome back to our series, Pass the Book. And if you didn't watch our first video that I'll have linked below, I explained that over this summer we've read through 9 books. My children are part of a book club, and although one of my sons is moving on to middle school, the youngest one will still be in elementary and be a part of that book club again this year. And that book club reads books based off the Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl list. And at the end of the school year, they have a competition where they go up and they represent for their schools. So I wanted to give my son a head start, and we, as in the boys and myself, have been reading these books all summer long. And not only do we read, but they also do writing prompts on the book. And every Friday, they do a summary on the book. So we're going to share one of their summaries today, as well as all of our opinions on the book. I think it's very important that I know that they're in 5th and 6th grade, and typically parents stop reading with their kids at this age, but I think it can't do anything but help them. But I think it's important to still continue to foster a love for reading and help them be able to not only enjoy what they're reading, but think beyond the pages and how the lessons that they learn in the book can be applied in their everyday life. And I feel I've seen a lot of that growth this summer doing this with them. So our last book that we did was on Wells for a Song. And today we're doing Lemons by Melissa Savage. I'm going to go ahead and pass the book. Hey.
What? Oh, right, I'm supposed to do their summary. Hi, guys. It's me, Roman. Today we're doing the summary for the book Lemons by Melissa Savage. In the book, a girl named Lemonade, or Lem for short, is going to live with her grandfather, who she calls Charlie. She is going there because her mom died of cancer, and when she was born, her dad left because he wasn't ready for a child. After her mom died, she has been living with a teacher till now. When she gets there, she meets a kid named Tobin. He runs the Bigfoot Detectives Inc. and is the only member. Lem joins the corporation and helps on adventures. Lem, Tobin, and Charlie are doing an expedition in the woods. During it, Lem finds Bigfoot footprints. Charlie casts it and they put it at Charlie's shop. They did another expedition at the farmer Mr. Harold's backyard. They weren't supposed to go past the fence, but Tobin did it anyway, and Lem chased him. They got grounded, and instead of doing Bigfoot things, they had to help Charlie at the shop for a week. While they were working, a lady came in and told Lem that she could go with the nice teacher or stay with Charlie. She couldn't decide. Tobin left Lem in the Bigfoot Detective Inc., but she went to an old lady named Miss Dickerson and ate cookies and finger sandwiches. Later that day, she played Kick the Can too. Lem and Tobin explore a hut in the forest behind Mrs. Dickerson's house, and Tobin's dad was living there secretly and had a bad condition. Lem was left alone at HQ again and explored the forest near Mr. Harold's house and gave a Bigfoot a Twinkie, which it liked. Lem decided to stay with Charlie and became promoted in the Bigfoot Detectives Inc. from an assistant to vice president.
Synopsis of Lemons. Lemonade Liberty Waits Mama always told her, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But Lem doesn't see how she could possibly make lemonade out of moving to a new town far away from everyone she knows. To live with her grandfather she's never met? Who would do such a thing? Then her new neighbor, quirky Tobin Scott, invites Lem to be his assistant at Bigfoot Detectives Inc. for the summer, and the two set out on an epic adventure to capture the exclusive Bigfoot on film. The two set out on an epic adventure to capture the elusive Bigfoot on film. But what Lem and Tobin eventually discovered ends up being more earth-shattering than either of them ever dreamed. Check it out.
In this book, I feel sad for Lem because she doesn't have a father or mother anymore. But at least when she goes over to her grandpa's, she finds a new family with different people who are lovely and nice to her. I feel like that's great. It's telling you that a family doesn't have to be blood. It can be anyone you love. It can be anyone that's with you.
Lemonade is really sad at the beginning, but then she feels comfortable toward the ending. She feels more open to these people, but now she gets to know them. She loves these people. She thinks they're amazing and thinks they're cool. She shows Tobin how to be braver, not just a coward. She's mature, or say she's braver than Tobin.
So would you say that one of the lessons is to not be afraid to make new friends?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Because you might make a new friend that have things in common, like how you do. Yeah.
What do you think about Bigfoot? Do you believe in Bigfoot?
No, I don't really believe in myths like that.
This book becomes a series. You would read the entire series.
Yeah.
Good to know. So, what would you give this book?
I give it a 5 out of 5 again. Because, honestly, nothing really going wrong with this book. A few times, though, they did kind of just leave us, just went to a different thing. Like, they didn't explain what would happen that much.
Oh, so they can work on their transitioning?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You felt like you were left hanging sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
So what would you rate this book?
5 out of 5. Just like the last book. Overall, it's really good. You should check it out.
And so you have it. That's their summary. Another book that gets 5 out of 5 for my boys. For me, it was a good book. I would say closer to 4.5 out of 5. It was slow at times for a book that was supposed to be on an adventure to find a Bigfoot. There was a lot of lag and drag at times. So, when they would get going, it was a good book. Definitely life lessons to be learned. Just like my boy said, a child in the book lost a mother. She had to transition into a new life with a grandfather she had never met in a city she had never been to. The biggest takeaway from this book is to be open-minded, to be open to new people, new places, new things. In the book, the young lady, Lemons or Lemonade, found a family, found a new life, even after, a horrible event like her mother passing. And I enjoyed the book. And I'm glad the boys had the opportunity to read this book. And I'll give it the 4.5 out of 5. And just for the times when it was dragging just slightly. But I do recommend that you read this book with your little one, and it will be linked below. Thanks for watching, guys, and make it a great one. And we hope that you pass the book along.